I do it every day. I walked up to the corner and I hit the button to change the light, and I waited for like 20, 30 seconds, and nothing happened. And it seemed like forever. And then somebody goes to the, thank you, and then somebody goes to the opposite end of the end of that I'm trying to go to, and he hits the button. And this is when...
Because she's explaining the street lights, no?
Crosswalk.
The crosswalk, yeah. I saw this bit. So he's let's listen to it from him.
I realize that I get annoyed too easily because I yelled at the top of my lungs, "Yeah, I got it!"
Okay, so to yell at the top of your lungs, did you hear that expression?
Como gritar con el máximo.
A pleno pulmón.
Are you screaming me?
Yeah.
Eh? What happened?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Are you mad? Yeah, asking someone if they're mad.
And he yelled back, "Oh, okay," like a normal, kind of just like a normal dude who didn't know that he was in an altercation by that point. And it should have stopped there, but it didn't. And then I yelled, "Yeah, I don't just like hang out here." And that was too much. Because at that moment, the light changed. And now I gotta walk right in that person's face. And we're getting closer and closer, and he's looking at me like, "Why do you yell at me?" What's it, Friday? I was having a nice day and you're yelling, and we're getting closer and our shoulder's about to pass, and I'm like, I gotta diffuse this situation. So I just leaned in and I said, "Hey man, it's crazy out here today."
Okay, I just leaned in. This is another expression. Me acerqué, como me eché hacia él. Echarte hacia alguien, como aproximarte.
To get closer, like if I was to tell you something, I'll do it right now. I'll be like, I'm gonna lean in. Like it's literally just like a little movement, like
como agacharse, ¿no?
Yeah.
Como ponerse al lado tuyo. Escúchame, te voy a decir una cosa.
Right. I'm leaning into someone usually to tell them something.
It's also used as an adjective, no? Like lean meats, no?
Lean, yeah. Lean meaning like not
like clean.
fat. You use it for you can use it for a person, like for someone who's very slim, or for food, like a meat that doesn't have a lot of fat on it, like a cut of meat at the store.
Exactly, like a non-fatty piece of meat. No?
Yeah.
So you can say someone is lean, or the meat is lean. No?
Yes.
Okay. Or
It's a very multi-purpose word. I'm realizing things.
Like it's the weather, like it's fucking hot. You remember when it was hot? Well, now it's a little crazy a little bit. I figured that was better than just leaving. I was gonna just leave. But then there would have been a guy walking around Los Angeles who thinks I do really like hanging out there, and I was just trying to play it off. And that's annoying.
Okay, to play it off, can you explain that expression in this context? How would you explain
it off? Yeah, like you were, again, I would say trying to play it cool, like you were pretending you're doing something that you're not doing.
Seguirle el rollo, eso es, seguirle el rollo. Pretender que algo no es.
Aquí, o sea, es como sigues el rollo, ¿no? Estás con una amiga y te está contando de algo. Pero mismo no te interesa, pero tú finges que te interesa, te encanta.
Okay.
Como seguir el rollo.
So, yeah, in Spanish is the words are different. It's like to follow the vibe. It's like to follow the vibe.
Yeah.
It's something like that, but the meaning is the same, really. To play it off, to play cool,
exactly.
To follow the vibe.
Yes.
Makes
sense. Yeah.
You know? Okay.
What else? I host this show once in a while online, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because you won't fucking look it up. I know how people work. And we have...
Well, it's just for some people don't know. To look something up is to search for something, no? Just for some people, because Spanish people, they have a lot of problems with phrasal verbs, with verbs that are...
Well, because they look very similar to Spanish, but later they are different.
Yeah.
So your brain didn't rely that are fake. Like,
what's the most difficult phrasal verb that you have ever come across? or that you can remember that you know you always got wrong at the beginning?
There is so many. I don't know now. Like,
See, there are.
I'm making so many mistakes with the Frastenberg.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in 5 minutes I can't remember.
I always think of two that people really that are really not that used in Spanish from Spanish speakers. It's to look up to someone and to look down on someone. Because Spanish people, they tend to say admire someone or despise someone. Because there are the expressions that come from Latin origin. Despreciar a alguien y admirar a alguien.
Right.
But in English, usually in a colloquial context, in a informal context, people say to look up to someone or to look down on someone. But a Spaniard would say, "Oh, I admire that dude so much," or "I despise the guy." But it's really, it's really formal. No? I would say more in a written context or something like
That's
that.
True. Yeah.
Personally, I don't use. But me, to
¿Tú
look
sabes
into
eso?
someone is like
Mira, es esto.
take care of someone. Or
To look up to y to look down on.
I don't use to look down.
To look down on, these two.
No, I don't use to look down on.
To look down on, you do use, no?
Never.
You never used it.
No.
But to look up to, you did,
Yes.
no? Okay, interesting. Yeah, but they are
But you
really
use?
they're opposite.
¿Lo usas?
Yo sí he usado bastante porque allí because when I lived in Chicago, they said they use those expressions a lot to look down on people, like saying, "Oh, look at that!" Like in parties and stuff, they said, "Look at that guy looking down on people." Like they used that expression specifically, looking down on people.
Right. Like sometimes it could be. It's tricky because it could be about the person you're looking down on.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of like seeing their faults and like kind of like not like degrading them, but saying rude things about them.
Yeah.
Or looking down on someone could also describe someone's characteristics. Like you could be someone who thinks you are better than other people.
Yes, like
and
stuck
you
up, no?
look down on other people. And you're like, I'm better than... Yeah, stuck up. That's
Stuck
a good
up,
one.
no?
Yeah, that kind of
Stuck up person. Or
energy. Yeah.
there's also one. Stuck up es como un chulito. You can say in Spanish. Porque podemos salir un emoji. Salió aquí un SMS aquí por la cara. Chulito, vacilón. So you can say this too. Chulito o vacilón. Mira el chulito ese. Cómo me habla. Look at the way he talks to me. Ese chulito.
Right.
Also, there's one, a douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
¿No? Este es como...
D-U-C-H-E, I think. B-A-G. Or
douchebag.
maybe, I think there's an E. I don't know. I've never written it. It's more...
Yeah.
Formally.
No, I do know. Listen, I know that it's where old people do their number twos and number ones, right?
It's a medical device, yeah.
It's a medical device for
Yes.
old people, right?
But it's also
Para los
a
viejos,
term.
Se lo ponen para cuando tienen problema para un poquito desahogarse. Los abuelos en las residencias de ancianos.
Es que no sé lo que es.
It like
es
flushes you
es
out.
la bolsa que le ponen a los,
sí, vale.
a los
Eso.
viejos. Es eso. Pero es un insulto.
Yeah.
Pero es un insulto
yeah.
también.
Pues yo no lo uso.
For a
Yo te lo había
person
escuchado.
who's
Pues,
like that.
douchebag.
Yo creo
Se
que es muy
dice-
americano esto, ¿eh?
Sí,
Es
es
muy americano.
That's very American.
Y yo no salgo con tantos americanos.
Not even American. I think this is actually very from the Midwest or something, no? Or the Midwest of the States, or do you New Yorkers use it all?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
I've heard it everywhere, yeah. Douchebag.
I heard douchebag, and also I heard a lot douche.
Douche, yeah.
Just
That's
douche.
honestly, that's probably more common.
Yeah,
Do
I
you-
think yes.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah,
D-U-C-H-E, I think.
Oh, douche. Like, yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
what a
It's
douche.
Yeah, this I saw.
I was
here.
driving and that person cut me off in traffic. What a douche. Like that kind of like.
Yeah, this,
Esto es que esto viene en francés, me parece. Porque
See,
es como...
there's the medical device right there.
Look at this.
They're like, here it is.
Look at this.
Images.
A douche. Oh. See, but Google Images is smart because
Yeah.
they don't give it to you like for free. You know, like you don't go into Google Images and show you like straight up
Like a
douchebags.
bruh,
Like
yeah.
the oh, look at this.
Right, exactly.
Like this thing. Es
Yeah.
como una ducha. Una
Sí.
ducha is like a douche, como ducha. Because there's the term ducha in Spanish, like for shower. Shower, we usually use ducha.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's enough about that topic. we
Look,
went deep.
this topic was so disgusting, you know, like I think that
Yeah,
you
psych-
That's how we do it. That's how we do the Paliqueo creep.
in the other day, right? And so shut up. And so I walked up to her on a lunch break and I said, listen, I got something. Okay, I don't know what, maybe it's not full on 100% psychic powers, but you gotta tell me what it is. And she's like, okay. And I said, 10 times out of 10, I could tell whether or not a person's Asian by just walking behind him and looking at him.
Oh, you know, this is just not off topic. It's related to this. Do you know how to differentiate Koreans, Japanese, and Chinese?
No.
Apparently, I mean, don't take this take this with a grain of salt. But I heard that Japanese, they have their eyes like the tip of their eyes, the outer tips of their eyes, going up, upwards. The Chinese is in the middle.
Okay.
Like also like Asian, but in the more in the middle, like this. And Koreans, they have it down, pointing down. So if you look up images in general, like this is like a feature, like a common feature. I watched this on a TikTok.
Oh, okay.
So
who knows?
reliable source.